Online. Out of recommended range. Set the bit rate between 2250 and 4000.
How?
We just did. I don't understand what its issue is. I know we're getting people back in, so.
It says online, but it says it's not good. What is my...
Again, here we are. Oh, dear God. I swear, every time we go live, we figure out a new problem.
This isn't even like nothing
This
that
has never been an issue before now, so I don't know. Okay, but whatever. We can just... It looks at least like it's working. Even if it's not good, it's working.
Do you have
So-
Photoshop or anything open?
Oh, shit.
Oh. Yeah, all that big boggy stuff
Oops.
you might...
Usually I turn Photoshop off before we go live. So I don't know. I just didn't even think about it. Okay. So Photoshop is closed now. Whoops.
All right,
But
let me
it's
go
not
to...
cutting off now. So let's continue with Tool Talk Tuesday.
Well, I want to verify that we're live on YouTube too. Oh, we are.
It's telling me we are. I can see that we are.
I love that it's telling you
It's
are,
not
but
toggling on and off like it was. So we're good. We fixed it. Whatever we did, we fixed it. Yay. Let's continue.
God, that one stream that we
All
had
right,
it.
20 minutes in. Whew. That was a rough
Are we
one.
20 minutes in? Oh, we are 20 minutes in
now. All right. So, Tool Talk Tuesday, we actually didn't even think of a topic until now. Right before we went live, like while the timer was playing. So, we figured, not because it particularly sounded like a good idea, but because we couldn't think of a better one, that today we will talk about the large investment purchases for your business, like plotters and film handlers and things like that, because they are one of the few things we haven't talked about. And I know that a lot of people have a hard time biting the bullet and purchasing those items because they are expensive. But once your business grows to a certain point,
we got a customer
kinda just
here
need
wearing
to.
the definition of tinner
So,
shirt that wants
Rick.
to look at kegs and talk about kegs.
We have a customer here that wants to look at kegs and talk about kegs.
Oh, great.
They
Well,
both came with tinner shirts.
They have Tinter brand shirts on.
does Alex not know enough about kegs? Do I have to go do that?
Brittany wants to know if Alex doesn't know enough about kegs.
Yeah, like
Well,
Kinsey said,
no,
buy once,
I
cry
know quite a
once.
bit about kegs.
But you should, hey, you should take them
Plotter
into Brittany's
giveaway.
office to say hi to everybody live if they want to,
Oh, okay.
because it'll be fun.
Why
Brittany, you
are
might
you
have
packing
companies
everybody in my teeny tiny office?
because mine's a mess.
Mine's not better. I've been eating chicken nuggets today.
Hey, look, I still have a Big Mac in here that I haven't got to.
Hi, come on in. Come here. Everybody, say hello to our guests. You just wave. You're over here.
Hey.
The camera's there.
Although he can't hear me, can he?
Oh, you know, we got some tint whiz. We got
Yeah,
some tinner.
yeah.
Nice, nice. All right. So, Rick, you've got it from here?
I've got it from here.
All right. I'm going to go
We're-
help these guys. I'll be right back.
Well, before you leave, just make sure that I got audio on whatever screen you put me in.
Look, you do.
Do I have audio? I'm good.
Yep, you're good to go.
We're good. Okay. Look at this. I'm going to make one minor adjustment though, because two minor adjustments. I'm going to get rid of the McDonald's bag. So what is happening, everybody? Ah, look at all you guys. This is wonderful. So yeah, we didn't. we had some audio issues, and it's just been getting worse. And so we got that squared away, and then we got a new problem today. So I think we got that squared away. Other than it's weird. Rick needs a green screen bad. You need to repeat that when Brittany comes in. Can you guys hear me? Okay. So I still can't eat my hamburger, but I'll get to it eventually. I promise. I ate some French fries. See my French fries. So during all this mess that's been going on, we just haven't really had a chance to talk about what we're going to talk about today. So I really kind of thought, just out of nowhere, Brittany says, well, we could talk about a film handler. And that's a great idea, but we don't have a film handler here. But we can talk about a film handler because a lot of people are like, oh my God, those things are like $800. What do we, I mean, how the heck do we afford one of those? So here's the thing about a film handler, because I was the same way. In fact, last year I bought my first film handler. I've been in this business for 32 years and I just bought a film handler. They're expensive, but I had a big job and the job itself was going to pay for the film handler. So whatever. And oh my God, I cannot believe that I didn't buy a film handler sooner. It's so, it's really simple. It comes with two cutting blades. So you can put, and we sell the 72-inch. The 60-inch is near impossible to get anymore because nobody wants to carry them, because everyone that buys a 60-inch has buyer's remorse, because you think to yourself, well, if I'm going to use a 72-inch, it's because I need more than a 60-inch, and I ain't going to mess with a 72-inch unless I need it. And then you get a job that you have one window that is 68 inches, but the rest of them are like 35, 36, 34. And you're like, oh my God, a 72-inch would be so perfect. But I can't cut the 72-inch because I'm so addicted to my film handler that I can't cut out of a box anymore, because the film handler cuts a perfect straight edge. It's got the measuring tape from top to bottom. It sits up on a ladder. So you pull the film down to where it is, and the slitter slits it the width that you need it, and it'll slit it up to twice, just with the heads that come with it. And then it's got a little locking bar that you cut it across the top, and it holds the piece of tint for you so you can pull it out, roll it up so you can, reverse roll it off the window. And it's just that quick. And I can do, well, like for instance, I just did a 34 window house, and I think to myself, 34 hours, I'm going to need a couple hours to cut that. So I go over to pre-cut it, because I like to pre-cut everything before going out to the job site. It really impresses the customers when you have everything almost perfect and your scrap is minimal, and you don't have to have a big staging area in their house, which, that's a thing if you've done any flat glass films. So I cut these 34 windows in like 45 minutes. And I'm like, holy shit, that's just a little over a minute a window. And, I mean, we sell the film handler for $800, and that includes free shipping. So, and the box itself is like 84 inches or something like that long. So it's an oversized box, and they're pretty big, but we cover the shipping. And that's why the price, if you search around, you'll find that we're not the cheapest on the film handler. But if you factor in the shipping cost, we are the cheapest on the film handler. In fact, I believe that we're cheaper than if you went and bought it direct. So either way, though, just the savings. And I'm going to do the same thing. Friday, I got a house with 39 windows. Um, and I'm going to use scaffolding, so I got to take scaffolding and a ladder and all that stuff. But I'm going to show up with my film pre-cut. So what you do is basically when you take your measurements of the windows to give the estimate, you round everything up to the next inch. So if it's 25 and a quarter, you write down 26. And then you cut the film to those sizes, and you have this tiny little sliver to trim. It makes your corners so much easier to manage. Um, I'll put the film in there and line up two sides, so I'm only trimming two sides, and I'm trimming, 3/4 of an inch or a half an inch off of each side. So it's like perfect. And it still gives you enough that sometimes you'll run into windows that aren't square. And so you can put it up there and line up the top edge. Always want to line up a straight cut on your top edge, because if you overlap your top edge, you're always sucking dirt into the window. Customers don't appreciate that. I Most of them don't even have a sense of humor. It's terrible. And so when the customers are walking around with you, obviously when the tint's wet, it's going to show the little speckles even more because there's water in there with it. And then they're all like, what about this? Is that, and so you can tell them that, you're always going to have a little bit of that, but wouldn't it be a whole lot better if you could not have to tell them anything because there's not a problem up there? So that's why you always want to line up a factory edge on the top, because then it just saves you from dribbling stuff into the top edge of the windows out of the seals. And the other thing is that, when you can come in and set up scaffolding and ladders and still knock out 400 square feet in a day and walk away with, $3,200, $3,300 in your pocket, it really makes the film handler worth it. It's an investment, like it pays for itself on the first decent job that you get. And Corey says he's pretty quick hand cutting, but he's sure that there's pros to it. Yeah, the pros to it is just the professionalism you bring to the job. If nothing else, even if you can Paul Bunyan your way through it, and by that I mean do just as good of a job. I don't know if you guys know the story about Paul Bunyan, but he he liked his axe, and he wasn't about this modern chainsaw bullshit. And he went out and killed himself, proving that he could keep up with a chainsaw. That's cool. We don't typically cut trees down with axes now. We use chainsaws because that's just a more efficient way to do it. And the same thing with, a plotter or a film handler. It's a more efficient way to do it. Doesn't mean that you can't do a good job with, you know, your hand cutting. I for 32 years or 31 years slit film out of the box. I'd measure it across, I'd slice my knife right into the box, and I'd pull the film right across the knife. It cut a pretty straight line. Never a line that I could use, but a pretty straight line. The cool thing about the film handler is it cuts you a line you can use, every time. And Burner account said that he needs to get a truck or a van before getting a film handler. And honestly, Burner, I have only taken my film handler in a little over a year. I've only taken it to one job site, and that was a storefront because Mary, my wife, she goes out and bids the jobs. She takes the measurements for me and she takes pictures, and that way I can see ahead of time. And she uses the TintWiz app, and so ahead of time I can see what I'm getting into and everything. But the thing is, her measurements, I don't know what went wrong. She uses one of those cool little digital tape measures. So she just puts it on there, pushes the button, and it reads the beam across. And she was having a bad day because those numbers and those pictures did not match. And so I was like, screw it. I'm just gonna take the film handler with me. Um, until that point, I didn't even have a 6-foot ladder. So I ran down to Home Depot and bought a 6-foot fiberglass ladder so I could mount it to the top of it. And it was really efficient. But the big thing I noticed is at the job site, and it was a hockey supply store. Unfortunately, he had an area in the front that I could use for staging, but you need a pretty decent area for staging with a film handler. So if that's not the normal, if you're tinting a lot of houses and stuff, I don't recommend taking the film handler with you. Pre-measure that stuff. Get tint whiz. Tint whiz is indispensable because you can take your measurements, take your pictures, put your measurements and pictures right into your worksheet right there on your phone while you're doing it. And before you leave, you can email them a professional quote, a better looking quote than any of your competition is going to give them. But what that's also going to do is give you everything that you need to install the job. And you can just get the film, go back home, and I'll take a roll of film with me when I go to the job because, the first time you don't, you scrap a piece of film and you're like, what the So yeah, for sure. Oh, we're talking about plotters. So the thing is with plotters, Matt is like a lot of tinners. One thing about a plotter you got to understand is it's no longer your patterns. Now there are certain softwares that will and this is one thing that I have a problem with. And actually we use this software at our tint shop. We use DAP for PPF, but because we don't use expel window film for obvious reasons. We we do use expel PPF, so we use DAP for that. DAP has amazing patterns on the newer vehicles because expel realized somewhere along the way that hey, we need to stop buying patterns from people and we need to start making them ourselves based on how our film installs. And so they do a great job with that. But we use film and vinyl designs for our others. And one problem I have with film and vinyl designs, their older cars usually seem to be pretty on point, but their brand new stuff, when it first comes out, a lot of times they don't have a test vehicle when they scan and place a pattern in there. So in the beginning, the way that they get a lot of their patterns is they allow people to send them patterns. And, if you send them consistently bad patterns, they stop using you. But unfortunately, there's only one way to find out that the patterns are bad, and that's to put them in the database and get complaints on them. So we get that a lot. And then with, what's up, Jose? Um, we get that a lot, but once there's been some feedback on it, they get it adjusted. And they do also, as soon as they can get that car, they'll test it and correct it themselves. And the ones that they personally get their hands on are generally spot on. If you've used a pad or plotter before and you use somebody's software and you wonder like, how come I get to a point and like some cars are beautiful and some cars are kind of janky. There's a couple factors. One is maybe they haven't gotten enough feedback or they haven't personally got their hands on that vehicle and they're taking film patterns from multiple sources. So you're also going to get different tinner styles out of their patterns because one tinner was liking to tuck them real deep in the edges, while the other tinner is like, no, I like it to just barely cover the edge because I don't want to fight with it. So it'll go both ways. Top edges, keep in mind, top edges are rough at first because when they scan it, they're scanning a piece of film. Sometimes they're scanning just a liner. It just depends on what the people send them. And the scanner is going to give what's called a rasterized image after it scans. And then they have to go and trace it. So then it becomes a vector image so that we can cut it because now it has outlines. Well, with the vector image, it's not exact because the picture is a little fuzzy. It's not going to be crisp. So Berner says he uses film and vinyl and says he's always commenting on something that isn't right. Yeah, I mean, one of the cool things about film and vinyl is a lot of times they'll get patterns first. So a new car comes out and they might be one of the first um, people to get them because they're tinners that make patterns for them for whatever reason. They're all geeked about, trying to be first with a pattern. So the first chance they get a brand new car, they send it. But one of the downfalls to it is you're getting patterns from multiple different tinners. So it's hard to develop your style of tinning based on the patterns that you're using. So there are pros and cons. The pros to it is if you know what you have coming in and you know what shade it's going to be, you know what film you're selling, you can have it pre-cut. If you can hand cut, the top edge being a little bit wavy should never be a problem because you just lay it like you normally would, but lay it a little bit high and trim that top edge and then bump it down just that sliver. And you have a beautiful hand cut looking edge. And the other three sides are really irrelevant as long as they cover. That's all that matters. Um, the back window and quarters really irrelevant as long as they cover, unless you've got some hard rubbered edges. And one case in point I can tell you, and I believe it to be true with film and vinyl designs also, but I haven't got to witness it myself, is the new Dodge Rams, the sliders. They have that top edge is so tight, there's no room for error. And that's where a plotter pattern really excels because once they get it dialed in, it's a perfect cut every time, and that butts right up to it, and you have no light gap. I when I was still tinting over at the shop, we were using DAP at that time, and they butted right up fine. It was beautiful, and I'd hear so many people commenting on how, you know, they can't quite get it right, and they always have a little sliver of light because they can't tuck it. But yet, my plotter patterns were perfect. So plotter patterns are kind of cool. But on the other hand, you have to understand you're going to have limitations because you're not the one making the pattern. So you have to use somebody else's idea of what a good pattern is. Computer cut. That's from Solar Guard. I used computer cut for a lot of years. In fact, the first plotter I ever had, I bought from Solar Guard, and I used their computer cut for like 7 years. And it was, and still is, pretty amazing. Computer cut, I believe that they make all their patterns in-house now. But, back in the day, Computer Cut is the pioneer. Solar Guard, um, Gary Benoit, or Benoit, or I don't know, whatever his name is, Gary from Computer Cut, he pioneered it. He had a vision one day. And I got to listen to him tell a story one day. He uh, he had a little tent shop next to a sign shop, and he saw these machines cutting out letters and designs and stuff, and he thought, well, the things I'm cutting out is way simpler than that. I should be able to do this. And little by little he worked with that sign shop until he could figure out how to get this going, and from that idea born all this stuff. So he is yes, we all love Gary. Gary is an amazing, such a humble, down to earth. I don't know. I just have to imagine that he has made so much money over the years. I mean, when you pioneer an idea like that and make it come true and get the world following you on it, it just that's a successful man. And he is so down to earth though, and he'll have a conversation with you and he'll explain things to you and he'll spend time on the phone with you if you're having problems too, which is super cool. It's not something you would imagine you could get. So honestly, I hate to say it, but if you're not tied, um, if you're not tied to a window film company and able to use their software like Expel, because if you don't with Expel, if you don't use their software, they're not gonna, or I mean their window film, they're not gonna let you use their software. It's just, I mean, I'm like, I'm somebody special, ain't I? And they won't let me buy their software. They'll let me use whatever it is their product is that I use. So, oh, Kinsey, great idea. Yeah. If you if you she said if you don't have a plotter, make friends with a sign shop and pay for your own program and ask nicely to use their plotter. Actually, that's a great idea. Um, one thing you're going to have to bring to the table doing that, because most sign shops are going to be running 45 or 60-degree. Why is my phone going ballistic over here all of a sudden? My phone is being stupid. I don't know. But I'm over that. It's probably going to go somewhere. That was crazy. Anyways, so yeah, you're going to want to get a blade holder and blades. And you're also not going to want to change their settings. So you're going to want to use a different um, preset. So with theirs, um, you'll if they have an open preset, you'll set all your settings from there so that you don't disrupt their day because vinyl people, they don't struggle as much as we do to get the blade and everything tuned in. And cutting vinyl is way easier than cutting film, but nonetheless, you don't want to disrupt their workflow. If you have a if you have a blade and a blade holder and a little case to keep it in so it's safe, and you walk in there and pop it out and take 2 minutes to cut your film and then pop it back in and reset their plotter and it doesn't even affect their day, they are more likely to be your friend. If you go in there and you have to, cuss the plotter and fight with it and trash their cut strip and all that stuff every time you go in there, chances are they're going to be like, look, this ain't working out. Especially if they've got stuff to cut themselves. So yeah, definitely don't want to do that. But no, that's a great piece of advice, Kenzie. We appreciate that. And oh, is Jordan telling me I'm so popular? So Jordan, everybody loves you because you're giving them all this free stuff. Let me see if I can let me see if I can do something really cool here. Well, Brittany's taking over because I should be able to do this. So I'm going to add a. Wait a minute. How am I going to do this? I know how I'm going to do this. I'm going to add. I'm going to add image. I'm going to browse. I'm going to go to the desktop. I'm going to get the image. I'm going to open it. I'm going to say, okay. Well, that's a big image, but that's okay. We're going to work this out. We are going to work this out. Then I'm going to turn this just a little bit there. And we're going to transition. Cool. So yeah, this is one thing that makes Jordan such a popular person. For sure. Love this. Let me move this up here. I'll even make it bigger. I can almost cover up all that dirtiness on my desk. Actually, just bring that down there. There we go. Is that better? So I can move this way just a little bit if I can figure out which way I'm moving it. Okay. So now I'm over here on the side of my screen. Got it. And bring that down. And so where was I? Oh yeah, I was telling Jordan how awesome she is. But yeah, so Jordan paid for the art on the wrap, and she's giving away the coffee cup, the full print T-shirt, the fusion handle, orange. Oh, I'm using my mouse pointer to point at these things, but you guys can't see that, so I'll stop doing that. A gallon of all type, and if you guys have saw the prices on this stuff, because inflation is a real thing right now. So with all this stuff, it's like a $500 giveaway. We're providing the keg because it seems awful fitting that we should give away 10 kegs to go with your Fusion all type. But so this is the kind of thing, and I want to see more people do this. I just do, and I think oh, I feel like we should bring Jordan in because oh, wait a minute, Brittany's got control of that. And where is Brittany? I don't know. I got cameras. I'm gonna hook these cameras. She's not there. She's not there. There she is. So, oh, Brittany's getting ready to wrap a keg. That scares the hell out of me. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't. She just hates to wrap kegs, and I hate her to wrap kegs because she doesn't like them. Ooh, I got my sprayer parts are coming. I just got a notification. I love this. Jordan, you're a hot mess. I'm a hot mess. My office is a hot mess. We have oh, I guess my Flexilla hose is coming too. So yeah, we got thousands of feet of hose coming, lots of sprayer parts. So my bank account ought to be empty tomorrow. That's so exciting. I love this. Oh, Jordan's just got over the worst stomach flu. Well, we wasn't going to ask you to vomit on camera, so that's good. More people should change the lives of the people in the community. I would love to see platters be given away and watch lives change. Oh, that is so awesome. You know what? Ooh, I want to say challenge accepted, but let me see what I can do with that. I would love to see plotters given away too. I've been joking along, and if I wasn't giving 5 kegs away through this giveaway, maybe I would consider it. I know I've joked about it a little bit coming through the um, year as to because giveaways are wonderful. They put a smile on your guys' face, which puts a smile on my face. It helps me gain um, customers. I love that. I need more customers, and I think that giveaways are awesome. So I've joked about giving away a film handler, and I might have been close to it, but then we got to talking to Jordan about this giveaway, and this is an expensive giveaway, guys. This is like 5 of them. That's like $2,500 worth of free stuff for you guys. So I certainly want you guys to um, help with that if you can, because I want to see everybody give everything away. So Mark Drigger says, I hope I didn't butcher that. I didn't mean like you personally. I'm talking about these big corporations. Why can't they do something like that and give away some film and things like that? Actually, Mark, no, that's what I was talking about. I'd love to say challenge accepted, but let me see what I can do, because I can reach out to some of these people and be like, hey, this is what you need to do, and we'll facilitate it for you. How's that? I mean, I'm so down. I think, but the giving away a platter, I'm like, huh, I wonder. See, one of the struggles I have too is there's still a lot of suppliers out there that believe in competition. They believe that I'm their competition, and I'm really not. I'm nobody's competition. If you have learned anything about me, one thing that you probably realize is that I'm trying to make new people who don't have suppliers already my customers. That's just, you know, who was it that said that? Oh, Stan's here with us. Clearview, yep, Benoit. Where are you? You're way in here. Oh, that was so far up there. I can't find it. Okay. Um, Adam, what's happening? You made it back. Okay. And also, let me, you know what? I'm going to paste this here again in the comments for everybody, because if you haven't went to this page, and the second option down is your privacy settings. So your privacy settings are going to be important for this giveaway, because right now on that page, by default, YouTube has it to your subscriptions are set to private. And what that means is I can't see who subscribed. And being that that's how you got entered to this drawing, I need to be able to see you as being subscribed. Otherwise, um, that's not going to work so good for me. So there's that. And the other thing is, um, we got down to Saturday, but we were up in Michigan. So let's pretend this is Michigan, and we were like up here over the weekend doing some fall color tour thing because our leaves up there are changing really good. And so we drove around, and Saturday morning we woke up and it was 39 degrees. So almost freezing, not quite. We actually got in the 70s today, so we're back to okay, but I hear it's going to dip back down again. So yeah, it's getting pretty cold. That was burner account on YouTube. So let me come over here and reopen this, make sure everything's going good. I don't know why it thinks my bit rate is so high. Resolution is 720. Bit rate's 3931. Our frames per second. So I don't know. I don't know. Holy cow, guys. I've got 27 of you in here. Not a huge fan of the snow. Mark Drigger says that he is not a huge fan of the snow. He's glad he doesn't live up here. So the neat thing about the snow, it does have its downfalls. I mean, obviously the cold. I'm not a fan of the cold. It's nobody here likes the cold. If they say they do, then I don't know them. I don't like them either. So um so we have clothes that actually, and depending on even where in Michigan you are, we have clothes that just blow my mind. Now we are having a phone call. Brittany's answering it good. And like I bought these boots and I don't even remember what they're called. It didn't matter. But I told the guy that I was getting cold because I was a mobile tinner at the time, and I tinted for a lot of stereo shops, and they also did remote starts. So in the wintertime, they wouldn't have a bay for me to tin in. And that's kind of a problem because I need, obviously, if it's 7 degrees outside, I need a bay to tin in. I can't tin outside. So they wouldn't come up with anything. So I bought this pop up canopy and a little propane torpedo heater, and I used that. And I could keep it like 80 degrees in there and just tent comfortably in a t-shirt all day long. The problem was my feet were getting so cold because the parking lot wouldn't warm up just because I put a tent over it and heated it. And so yeah, I was struggling with that, and wouldn't you know it, the guy that sold me the boots, he's like, I know exactly what you need. And he sold me these boots that were super comfortable and super insulated. And it didn't matter what the weather was, what the situation was, my feet never got cold anymore. And I struggled with that with my whole life. I'd go buy snow boots and my feet would freeze. I'd go buy big old leather boots and my feet would freeze. And this guy's talking about this thinsulate stuff that um, it didn't seem that thick, but he's like, so there's a value here, and the higher the number, the better the insulation. And I think my number was like 1,000 or something, and they were amazing. And Charles, Brittany's brother, he come back from school up in the Upper Peninsula, and I was telling him about these boots, and he chuckled, and he's like, "I got these, and his were 1,400." And I'm like, "Dude, where'd you get those?" And he's like, "Kmart's." And I'm like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah, up there they sell different kinds of clothes." So yeah, depending on where you are in the planet, I mean, we have the clothes to accommodate the seasons, I guess you could say. Toe warmers for the wind. I never tried that, Stan. Stan Foster said toe warmers for the wind. I see those. They sell them at like the gas stations and everything around here. And it just, I don't know, it freaks me out. I saw a video of somebody's like foot catching on fire or something, or maybe I just thought of it. But either way, it's got me a little spooked, and I don't want toe warmers. It scares me, but it is probably awesome. And let's see, what else do I got going on here? Oh, Stan is trying to subscribe. Let me check. Stan, I can do that. Make sure that his subscription is showing up. Hey, look, we're live. That is so cool. It's working. Um, Subscriptions. YouTube Studio. Bear with me a second because I got hundreds of these now. And he said, B. Stan Foster. Okay. You guys really ought to give me a search button. Do we have any tech geeks out there? Shouldn't there be a way that I can search in here? It's a list. It shows me 50 per page. I'm on page 2, going to page 3. Oh, I've got 149 so far. So we still got a bunch more that needs to do it. And Stan, I do not see you in here. Um, I did post a link in the comments, and I'll post it again. It's going to come from a little R with a circle from Restream. And if you click that link, it should take you to the page. And the second option where it says, in fact, let me go here and, oh, you know what? I can do a browser. Let me add a browser. Add browser. Give me a browser. There's the browser. We'll call it browser 3. Why not? Don't need anything special here. Paste. Okay. Now I'm going to want to go to the browser. I can do this. Interact. Okay. So okay. So on the privacy page, let me make this a little bigger. There we go. And let me make this a little bit bigger. All right. So on the privacy page, that from that link, once you log in, you're going to want it to look like this. And I am sorry that I don't have. Oh, let me go to properties. I want to video color space, auto adapt, use custom, flip vertically. Oh, damn it. Okay, it doesn't have an option to show you the mouse. But this one right here on the bottom, that's the one you want to turn off where it says keep all my subscriptions. Let me see if I can. Whoops. Okay, I broke it. This is awesome. Okay, let me do this again. We'll go here, the properties. Yep, I have definitely broke it. Yep, I broke it. I don't know how I broke it, but I do know how I can unbreak it. I take this. Yes. Sorry about that, guys. But if you did catch that, that's what you want to on that page to that link. That's the one you want to turn off. And once you turn that off, we should be able to see who entered. And Brittany is in there finishing up wrapping a keg, so she should be done here pretty soon. I'm so excited. We love having new people. Sometimes they show up during the Tool Talk Tuesday, so we're not mad about that either. And Brian says I can't get it. Oh, that's a 3-gallon keg, Patrick. George says I broke it. Yes, I did. What's in the giveaway? So Stan says he changed it from that link minutes ago. Okay. You might be in there. I did, just browse through 150 real quick just to see. And then Let me do this again. 90 days. Actually, 90 days. Come down here. This is a little less exciting. Than I want my tool talks to be. But I tell you what, if you are here and you don't believe that you are right on Bill couldn't figure it out on his phone. Oh, you know what? Let me check the whole phone thing. Maybe I can see if that's okay. So you'll click the top right corner and go to settings on your phone on the YouTube app. Click settings, and then you should be able to go down to where is it? Autoplay. History and privacy. Control activities, block contacts, clear search history, clear watch history. No. Features, purchase memberships. Oh, that's not the button I wanted. General. Okay, I can't figure it out on the phone either. So, Brittany, one of the downfalls we have is we can't get people figuring out how to turn off that privacy setting on their phone, and I can't figure it out either.
Okay. If you're on mobile and you can't figure it out, let me know, and I'll add you right now.
Yes, send. So, Billy frickin' Murray. Stan Foster should be in there, but I didn't see him in the list. But he said his channel is B, the letter B, Stan Foster. So we want to make sure he's in there. And Billy said try opening the link in your browser. Okay. Let me.
So yeah, no, we got some guests in today. They bought a keg with a dual sprayer conversion and the Tint Wiz energy drink wrap. Love that. And then they got some tools because everyone always has to buy tools when they're here.
Yes. Well, our tool room is.
Our tool room is a cruel temptress.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone walks in our tool room and they're like, tools. Oh, you know what? This is a little awkward. Let me pop back in here. And let me, oops, not do that. Perfect.
Oh, what was that again?
Send screen recording, how to do it on the phone. All right, let's check it out. Hold on. We're going to go blank for a minute. Don't freak out. Okay, guys, I'm still here. No worries. Oh, poopy. Hold on. I'm going to find this video for you. And transform fit to screen. Rick, they can't hear you, so just chill out 1 second. All right, Bradley Jones sent us a video. Let me put this in here and paste. Ugh. Okay. Bradley sent us a video, guys. It's being stupid. Hold on. Here we go. How do I make you full screen? Hold on. No, it's not on my phone. It's on his phone. Okay, let me restart the video now. You go into YouTube. You press something. Shit. Why? It's not letting me. Yeah, hold on 1 second. We're going to display capture it because that's going to be the easiest way to do this. Display 2. Okay, here we go, guys. Here is the video. You go into YouTube. You click. I still didn't see what it was. Let me also make this. Make this size. Make this much bigger for you guys. I'm frickin' trying, okay? This is a thing that is just, I was not prepared for. See, if I was able to still use my old layout, I would have been prepared for this, but here we are. Nope, nope. No, I was not because I had stuff going on. All right, here we go. Now let's resume. Oh, shit, sorry. I forgot. Okay, here we go. So you go to YouTube. It still didn't show me what was clicked. Let me open my own YouTube so I can see what he clicked. You click your picture, then settings, right? Oh, your channel. Yep, that is it. I found it. I wonder why mine was turned off on my phone because I've never done anything like this. Okay, anyway. Let me go back through the chat really quick and see everyone. Brittany, doing a good job. Just spill the beans. Anyone need help with that? Contact me. The picture. Yes. Okay. So I'm not spinning it yet. So don't worry. All right, guys.
Holy
Any last
mackerel.
minute? Any last minute entries?
Do you have? You're starting to crackle again. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Do you have? It might be from you yelling. Not sure.
Probably. I was yelling.
You were excited. It might have been clipping.
Jordan wants to enter.
Jordan.
Jay
We should
Phelps,
put
you want in? You got it.
Brian Phelps, Jay Phelps, Jordan.
Billy's just here for the bonbons. Okay. Yeah, so everyone, say hi to Jordan. Jordan from Fusion Tools is with us. Tim Barney, I got you. Retail price on a 3-gallon keg. I believe they start at $265. I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure. Hold on. Okay. I want in last minute right now. All right, Daniel. I am adding you now, and then I think after that we're going to have to end it, right? I'm looking at you because you're the boss and you make the decisions.
You're making the announcements. I didn't do it. They're
All
going to be
right,
mad at you
all
if they
right,
didn't
Daniel. Daniel will be the last one. I'm so sorry, guys. I love you.
get in.
Okay.
Put me
We're
on hear me in there.
They can hear you.
But I'm the boss.
Yes.
It
They
doesn't
didn't
sound
hear
right.
that part of the conversation, by the way. Oh, wait, yeah, they
Yeah.
did. I clicked it back. Never mind.
You don't know. If you would just put my voice in that scene,
Yes,
that would
Kinsey,
be way more
you're
better.
on there. All right.
Billy Ayton says that if you didn't make it on this list, blame him. And I think he wants you to make a public post about it because he really likes it when
Yes.
people
Tell
post
everyone
about
how
him.
awful he is for keeping you off the spinner wheel. All right.
Yes.
No. Hold on. We're going to throw you under it. Okay.
I'm here. You can hear me now.
All right.
I wanted to be here.
Here we go.
This.
Everyone ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
We're not going to know until the very end who won because we can't see anyone's names, but it'll be fine.
Look how it's gonna announce it. So
Here we go.
somebody screenshot it when it pops up.
170 entries. Best of luck, guys.
Survey says dun dun dun.
David
David
Mendez.
Mendez. Oh, and he sounds like he's in the U.S. too. You know, because There's something I didn't think about before we started this whole fiasco. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, we're going to send one of these to some country that nobody delivers to. We're going to have to fly over there ourselves with it. I would send you. Are you eating?
Yes.
Did I show you my Big Mac? I have a Big Mac.
So
While you were
congratulations, David.
David,
Yay.
somebody tag him in case he's not in here. Give him a big tag and tell him to get in here. He just won the things. He won
Let me see.
all these things.
All the things.
All the things.
Let me find him.
I blame Billy. There. Now they can hear me, they can see you, and I'm going to eat my cold ass Big Mac.
Okay. So I'm going to find out where he is on the list so I know where he is. All right, let me find him. Hunting him down. Gosh, and like I said, I don't think we've ever had such a large giveaway, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit of a buzzkill because I have so many customers that I love in this one because there was 170 entries,
I know.
and so it's always just like a little bit of a bummer because you want everyone to win, but like not everyone can win. All right. Yay. Jordan, free labor. Yes. Oh, George, we have purchased your jerky before, and it is
Yes,
amazing.
it is. We ate all
It's
of
very
it.
good. Go ahead, post up a link for anyone that hasn't heard about it.
Yes. So David Mendez has purchased from us before, so we have his shipping address. And I know
Well, we might want to hold off until we're sure that it is the correct David Mendez.
how many David Mendezes are there in the
I
world?
don't know. You should Google it.
Somebody should Google it. No, you do all my Googling for me. Jeez.
Yeah, no, but if you guys have not tried his jerky, you have to. It is awesome stuff. And the only bad thing about it is that when he does make a batch, he posts it and within like 5 minutes it's gone. So you got to act quick. But if you wanted to send us jerky, we definitely wouldn't say no. Our address is on our website. We would definitely appreciate it and eat it on live stream for you.
Yes.
Okay, great. So how's the Tool Talk Tuesday conversation going?
Well, we talked a lot about the film handler and plotters and pros and cons. And I can't think of any other big purchase items. What am I missing? I know there's like other more expensive options. Hmm. Oh, tink keg.
Ooh, yes, he'll have 200 pounds of jerky ready next week. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, so kegs are also an investment. I don't know, like when I look at things like plotters that are in the thousands and film handlers that are close to $1,000, it's hard for me to like throw tin keg in that category, but yes. Oh, it looks like the chat wants us to spin the wheel to figure out who to give free jerky to.
Are we going to give away free jerky?
I mean, should we? Let's hear from let's wait until we hear from Mr. Jerky Chef Extraordinaire himself before I spin the wheel for that. Okay?
That probably makes more sense.
Yeah. Because he's the one with the jerky. If I'm getting you the jerky, you're going to get like some gas station jerky. I'm sorry. But I'm not sorry. Because if you're hungry enough, you'll eat it.
Just make it Jack's Links. At least, I mean, it doesn't really taste like jerky, but at least they got good teriyaki flavor.
All right. So I don't know. Yeah, I have a hard time like throwing Tint Keg in the same category as those larger things like that. But yes, we do hear a lot people going without them because they can't afford them right at that moment. So we are starting to hit a point in the season where most shops are slowing down. So, okay, he said 1 pound free.
1 pound free, we get to spin. Boy, that thing is a big success. People love that.
The spinner is amazing. All right, let's get the spinner. This spin is for jerky. Here we go, guys.
I can't see nobody.
Me either.
Ooh,
Jay Phelps,
Jay Phelps. Yeah.
you got some jerky. Oh, shoot. I removed
Sorry,
him.
Jay.
I'm
You
sorry,
got
Jay.
removed. You've been disqualified.
I mean, you got the jerky, but then you get nothing. Okay. So, one thing that I will say, and hold on, let me write down these people's names before I forget who they are.
David Mendez.
Jay Phelps.
Jay Phelps.
And Jay, if you are a vegetarian, let us know, and we will eat your jerky for you because we're selfless. Anyway.
I would sacrifice.
Yes. So with tint kegs, because they're not thousands of dollars, like I have a really hard time in my head lumping them in the same category as film handlers and stuff. But yeah, so now we're moving into the slow season and money might not be abundant. But one thing I will tell you guys is that we have PayPal checkout on our website. And
oh my God, that's
the
cool.
benefit to using PayPal as a payment processor on your website is that your customers then have access to a feature called PayPal Pay in 4. And what that allows you to do is, I want to say like the bare minimum you can do is like $50 or $100, something like that. But once your purchase is above that amount, they break it up into 4 interest-free payments that you then pay every 2 weeks. So if you were to go in there today and put a keg in your cart and pay for it using PayPal, they would ask you if you want to pay now or pay later using Pay in 4. If you select Pay in 4, they ask for your bank account information and I believe like your phone number or something. And they will let you know on the spot if you're approved or not. If you are, your first payment is due today. And then your next payment will be 2 weeks from today. And then from that day, another 2 weeks. And then from that day, another 2 weeks. And then you're paid off. And like I said, it is interest free. So that is an option for people who might need it broken down a little bit in order to make a keg a reality for them. I've found that, you know, usually if you don't have the money up front, giving you 2 weeks between payments is usually pretty reasonable and most people can make it work.
Yeah, it breaks it down to, say you get a 3-gallon keg and you just do the standard 25-foot hose and plastic sprayer and everything. It comes out to $265. Break that into 4 payments of $66.25. So it does make getting a keg achievable. The other option is to build it yourself. I struggle with the build it yourself thing because there's so many people out there giving lists of
Bad parts.
yeah, parts that are going to cause you problems down the road. And that's something, I mean, I don't mind you wanting to build it yourself. And honestly, if you give us a call during business hours or text us or email us, we'll be happy to go over a parts list with you and why. Or if you find a part that you're like, I think I want to use this, is this okay? We'll tell you yes or no. And if we tell you no, we're going to tell you why not, because it's it's a big bummer to have something you fall in love with and then find out it's ruining your life.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't see it from our American customers so much asking us for parts, but we've had a lot of international customers message us and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Shipping from the US is just too expensive. I can't do it. Can you help me out? And I have spent like literally my entire weekend shopping on UK Amazon, which is not as great as US Amazon. I'm just going to put it out there. They do not have as much stuff,
No.
just to help people find parts. So
Yeah,
we'll totally do it. Hi Chris.
you American people are absolutely spoiled. I just want you to know that.
So spoiled.
And
It's so good.
it's like I cannot believe how limited Amazon is in other countries. And
Oh, yeah.
me, oh,
I got you.
George, you got it?
I got him.
George, okay. Um, but yeah, when we started having people from other countries reach out and be like, can you help me find this or can you help me find that? I've watched Brittany on her search, and it just is amazing how little there is available out there. Um, so I get it. We do also ship internationally, and we do on a pretty regular basis. So if you need anything from us and you're international and you want to purchase it, we use a third party resource that actually will take you to an international checkout page where they'll convert the money for you. They'll allow you to pay your duties and taxes up front along with your shipping so that it gets delivered right to your door. And also, you'll have your product typically anywhere in the world in around 3 business days. So Australia, there's parts of Australia that seems like it takes 4 or 5. There's other parts of Australia that'll be there in 3. So it just depends. But Australia is on the like total opposite side of the world from us, I believe. So I don't know.
You made me
Geography
type
was
our address wrong because I was laughing at you.
why? What did I say?
You don't know where Australia is.
Geography was never my strong point.
Um,
Oh, George, she put it in our
I
in
put
the
it in the
comments.
chat. So the spinning wheel, along with Brittany and Rick, have made me forever customer. Not going to order from anyone else anymore. Thanks, guys. Yeah, the spinning wheel. I knew it was going to be cool, but I did not expect it to be as cool as it is.
Brittany loves all the colors.
I
She's
love the
crazy
spinning
about
wheel.
colors.
Spinning wheel is so good.
Me, I'm like, I don't
The
know. Somebody
spinning
just
wheel of fate.
Oh, and if you guys are wondering, I just realized it's in my background. If you guys are wondering what the all type shirt looks
Oh
like,
yeah, we need to find out what size David Mendez wears.
did anybody get David Mendez in here? Is he in here? But that's the back of it. Film crew, and that's the front of it. And we got some tick keg on on the arm. Let's see if I can open that up and
The shirts are super dope.
they
Could you
are
imagine wearing
real
your
subtle over
awesome
there.
shirt next to your matching keg?
Oh, no kidding. And then the Fusion Tool family over there.
Love them.
And, I love Fusion Tools for what they're doing here with this whole family idea. It's just because that's how we should act. We're all in this together. It's us
Stan,
against the world.
Stan, I also miss my purple hair. I was thinking over the weekend about dyeing it again. It's been too long. I'm itching.
It's been a long time, and that itch has nothing to do with your hair, Brittany.
Yes, it does. It has everything to do with my hair. And that's one thing I was thinking about the other day is some of our newer viewers probably don't know the legend that was my hair.
Oh,
And because they'd have to go back pretty far to see it, because I dyed my hair back brown because my brother was getting married and I was getting married. And as much as I loved my hair, in those photos, I wanted to look like how I'm probably going to look when I'm older and get that little bit of wildness out of me.
once she gets mature.
When I'm over 30 and I start to walk with a cane. Ooh, we need tank tops. Yeah, I'll have to ask Carrie. Carrie's the one that made those shirts.
Ooh.
Tag Carrie.
Yeah, why is
Tint Wiz
Carrie
purple.
not watching?
My hair was Tint Wiz purple. And it was funny. So real quick side detour here. I went on Tint Wisdom with Eric, and I got home that day and I was like, oh, I need to hurry up and dye my hair really quick. And I needed a full can of dye and I only had 2 halves. So I mixed them together and they made Tint Wiz purple, and it just worked out perfectly.
It was an
It was
accident.
It was totally on accident, but it was great. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up a still of it. So I was on Tint Wisdom number... Let me search it in here.
Oh, yeah.
I was on Tint Wisdom number 81. Let me pull it into a part of the video where I don't have my hair pulled to the side. Yeah, so for a long time, I not only had very fun colored hair, but I also had long hair. Here we go. So the video quality on this is not great, but let me grab this link here and I will show you guys. By turning that off and then changing this. Paste. Okay. See? There is my purple hair. So yeah, check out Tint Wiz number 81. We talked about sun and how we started and tint kegs. And I had Tint Wiz purple hair. And it was beautiful.
When was that?
Give you some red. Oh, that was 2020.
Oh.
So actually, if I go into my own profile, I can probably get a better picture. Oh yeah, so Kinsey said red. When I was a teenager, I did red. And while I love red, I like blues and purples and greens and pinks a lot more. Especially pink. For a minute there, I had consistently hot pink hair.
Yeah, a lot.
And it was very good.
Your mom did purple once, didn't she?
Yes. Yes, she did. She did.
Because I feel like I remember stories about Charles getting all pissed off about it.
Yes. Yes. Charles was like, the fuck? Why can I not find this picture? My photos. Oh, it'll probably be in albums. Videos. Who am I following? Why is this in my photos? I don't know. Um, 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 um,
Mom.
um, um. Uh, yeah, I had hair for a while that looked like Superman ice cream, which if you're not from our region, you might not even know what that is, but look it up.
If you dare.
Let me
We
see.
still have 19 people with us. You guys are diehard. We
You
love
guys are
you.
great. We love you.
You just wait until our streams start getting like professional. Won't that be wonderful?
No, I think this will always end up being something that's just fun, like us just sitting here BSing with our people.
And it is super like weird that every single week something has to go wrong. What is up with that? Like it's still screaming at me that our bit rate's too high, but we set our bit rate at 4,000, but no, it's wanting to be much higher. It's like, get it together.
Oh, maybe I couldn't find the picture because I scrolled right past it.
Of course. You didn't
Yep.
recognize the girl with the purple hair.
No, I didn't. Here we go. Yeah, fine, whatever. See?
There it is.
There it
Oh, look, and she's
is.
wearing her Tink Keg shirt.
Actually, excuse you. That was my white slip keg shirt.
Whatever.
You're welcome, Dom. Do we have an ETA on Helios Nova 5%? Is Nova out?
It is not out. So, yeah, they didn't have any 60-inch rolls, so I got 40s. Unfortunately, that's not going to allow me to sell. Let me double check and make sure it's not out, but that's not going to allow me to sell 24s or 36s because oh, wait a minute. Alex! We just got a big order and I'm pretty sure we got it.
I'm so glad that
We got Nova
Ryan knows
5%,
what's going
60
on
inch.
because we don't.
I think we have
Alex is like, I think we got a lot of it. All right, I'm going to the stock manager.
And Alex is going to get us numbers and we are going to fix it. Thanks for pointing it out because.
That's why we love you guys.
Yeah, I mean, like the last week and a half, 2 weeks have been kind of weird. We've had a lot of stuff going on and we've been down a person. So things apparently got missed, or at least that thing did. Inventory manager in your Tintwiz app. I love Tintwiz, but I don't know if Tintwiz is like set up for that.
Are we out of 40s?
no. We have 7.
And your camera's so good, I can hear him as he walks down the hallway still talking.
That's not my camera, that's my microphone.
Oh, I thought I said microphone. Whoops. Billy said he loves us.
We love you too,
I
Billy.
seen it. Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's all the 5%'s marked out as stick. I am so sorry, guys. Oh my god. Save all changes. Okay, guys, it's back in stock.
Yay.
But am I looking at here? Oh, in stock notifier is what I wanted.
Is it? We got it?
We have it. It is all in stock.
Okay.
I put it all in stock. Even if I don't have it, it's in stock. But Alex said that I have it, so that's good.
Why in like every installation picture I've ever taken do I have stuff in my mouth?
Because you like to rub your squeegees on people's nasty cars and put it in your mouth.
No, it's not just squeegees, okay? It's not just squeegees. Sometimes it's a towel. Which I
Are we
feel like
still
is
out of
worse.
Dotrix?
Are we still out of Dotrix?
Yes. Did somebody forget to order Dotrix? I feel like somebody forgot to order
Yes.
Dotrix.
Yes, we did. We did. But it's okay because we were talking about ordering this week. It's super windy in Oklahoma City, and Kinsey lost power. Do you bite your nails? I do. I do. Well, okay, I don't bite my nails as bad as I used to. So occasionally I will have nails these days. Right now I don't because, like I said, it's been a crazy week and a half, 2 weeks. So my nails are gone now. Yeah, but no, like when I'm installing, I'll squeegee something off real quick, and if I still need it close, I just put it in my mouth and then use my hands real quick and then grab it again and go. The only real issue
too, so those numbers
is
need to be updated.
Oh, I'm
Expel
just worrying
gel
about the ones that.
and alcohol.
Yeah, I
Jack and
noticed.
Expel gel
I
don't
noticed
taste
we
very
had a-
good, unfortunately. So, but aside of that, I've never gotten like dirt or anything in my mouth. So, oh, Kinsey is in the middle of a Challenger front bumper and her power went out. I mean, to me, like that means you get a break. You're welcome. No, All-Type does not taste terrible. I have definitely tasted slip solutions that taste worse. They don't try to pretty it up with any like artificial scents. So you're not going to spray it and have it like smell like flowers or something, but it doesn't taste bad. Let's see. Rick is like muted himself.
Sorry, I was doing technical service over here for Alex, and like I didn't think you guys wanted to hear that. And now you heard the cha-ching because the order went through.
Oh, he was yelling at Alex.
Yeah, that's what was happening.
Putting
Hey,
things
Alex, did
in
you
stock.
fill these other 2 orders that are here?
No, I was hoping put that keg together when that other one came in. I didn't even know it came in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
and UPS already came?
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, which you're still not on mute.
So you can explain yourself to them.
Oh, the customer, he was such a great guy. His name is Dominic Favorite, and so I call him.
I know who he is.
I call him our favorite customer now.
He's now our favorite
Well,
customer.
he helped me load the truck.
Oh, our customer helped you load the. That's freaking
So
cool.
Bradley says need to make a slip that tastes good. So
Customer.
I heard a rumor
Hold
that
on a
at
minute.
one point Expel was playing with the idea of adding a flavor to the Expel gel, and then they found out that in order to do so, they'd have to like get all kinds of like approvals and stuff from the FDA, and so they ended up scrapping it. And yeah, like Kinsey said, people would drink it. I feel like they would.
Test. Here, you can hang out. Pull up a
See,
chair.
and I've
We'll get you in the
and so
picture.
window tinting life said I'm always wearing gloves, so it doesn't matter what I touch. Hands are always clean under the gloves. I don't love gloves. I've tried. I don't love them.
Alex is with us.
I don't hear the things though.
Oh, he don't
It's
hear
fine,
the
Alex.
things.
You don't need to hear anything.
It's just Brittany, but I can fix that. Okay, and I.
Oh, Rick, where you go? We can't hear you. Hold on, he's fixing it. So, what does the Alex do? The Alex is here to fill orders and get yelled at. Alex is here so that if you didn't do your job, you have somebody to blame it on. So, that's what Alex does. Also,
There, can you hear us now?
oh, let's see.
Hello? Testing. Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
He's a Billy.
So it's saying that it's registering a mic for you, Rick, but I can't hear you.
Oh, they can hear me. Oh, so we can talk about her. I love
So
it.
it seems like probably
Okay.
they can. Hold
Billy
on.
says
Let
I'm
me
a
turn my
Billy.
monitor on for your
For my registering mic, can you hear it now? It
Alright,
probably won't work.
talk.
I'm talking.
I heard myself through my phone.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it.
Yeah, you guys made me echo. You guys are
Yeah.
making me echo.
Hold on, I'll fix it.
Brittany's broken.
Alex is
Testing.
broke.
1, 2, 3. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Kinsey wants you to ship her a keg, Alex. She says, love you long time.
I love that.
That's racist. Neat
Guys,
fact. I'm actually Korean.
Did you know Alex is about to have a baby? He's very pregnant, can't you tell?
We shut you off, Brittany. We can't hear you anymore.
How did I do that? What happened?
No, we can't hear you. Or I can't hear you. They might be able to hear you.
You can hear
And
us.
I'm echoing.
Can you hear us now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alex, turn the audio off on your phone.
I'll turn the audio off on your phone.
Rick, why are we echoing?
You're
echoing too now.
How about now?
Is it because of my mic?
You're not. I still am.
Well, you're gonna, because that's too bad.
Awful. Sorry guys. Rick doesn't love us enough to get rid of the echo.
Do I have like God voice, or do you have God voice?
I have God voice.
Oh. How about now?
I can still hear it a very little bit, but not much.
That's too bad.
I'm God.
Nobody cares. I only have one set of headphones, and I'm not sharing with Alex, so we have to play you through the speakers.
I mean, all we gotta do is just put our heads together.
No.
He doesn't want you that close to him. You have cooties.
So, yeah, we are here. Alex is back there. Oh, he's sucking on his douche flute. What are you doing, Brittany? You're just staring off into space.
No, I'm sorry. It looks like that, but I'm not.
It looks a lot like that.
I'm disappointed more of my Facebook photos won't load.
Okay. Yeah,
Hey
Brittany.
guys, look. I took this picture at 2019 WFCT. It was Mitchell trying to coax a wild rabbit over to him.
I remember this.
Oh, I remember that. And that very night. Oh, wait a minute. I can't tell that story because he doesn't want a lot of people to know. And I'm pretty sure if I told the story, a lot of people would know.
There was a lot of stories.
Britt, Kinsey says, I saw you wrap a door. How about you wrap your desk cabinets?
Ooh.
Oh. But they already have this wood grain wrap on them.
Yeah, and it's ugly.
It's not ugly.
It's ugly.
It's mahogany.
It's not real mahogany.
It said it was mahogany. Pretty sure it's real.
This is not mahogany.
No, actually, I like that idea. I'm gonna need some arts. I'm gonna need some art.
Yes.
arts.
Jeff Rutherford, if I could speak. Jeff Rutherford said, I remember, I think I have the same photo. Yeah, I got a whole bunch of photos of him doing that. That was so much fun. And
Kinsey's picking on me because I'm poor and I can't afford.
I love taking pictures of people while they're competing because it's just
You're okay.
proof that I'm not the only one that makes really, really stupid faces when I install.
I don't make stupid faces when I look amazingly cool when I install.
Yeah, okay.
I make stupid faces when I pour things from one container into a different container.
Oh my gosh! I wish Jordan was still here.
Jordan is not still here?
No, she had to go. I wish I still had Jordan here because I found the picture of Charles gender swapped. And he looks just like Jordan.
Oh, that's right. I remember that. Why are you going to show everybody?
No. I would show it if she was here, but.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Kinsey says she'll come wrap the cabinets for me. So
yes, Kinsey,
you got to make that happen.
Invasion HD. What is the recommended pressure to fill a keg? That is going to be to a certain degree personal preference. We run our own personal kegs between 90 and 100 psi. The important thing is just that you don't go above 130 because that is the burst rating of your keg.
Right, and you won't get a keg that'll go to 130. Like we have probably the highest pressure relief valve in the industry. We're blowing off at 110 psi, and I feel like that just makes me sleep better at night knowing that you're still got 20 psi to go before you blow your legs off, which I don't know if it would actually blow your legs off, but turn your volume down on your damn phone.
It's off.
Good.
Alex, put your phone down. Yeah, we have. Oh, yeah, I was talking about pressure. So depending on where you got the keg, if you got it from us, you're good all the way up to 110. Regardless of where you got your keg from, fill it up until it pops. It will not go to that 130. You don't have to worry. But like Brittany says, it is preference. I find that as long as you're probably 30 psi or above, you're plenty sufficient with the tips that we use. The tips do all the restricting. And they spray real nice at anywhere from 30 psi and above. I like to put more in because I feel like if I put more in, I can put more water in, because you do have to leave room for air. If you don't put room for air, if you fill it all the way to the top and you got this much room for air, there's going to be a little bit of a problem there, because as the water goes down, you notice that space for the air gets bigger. There's less pressure in here. So you want to start out with a suitable, at least a quarter of the tank. So or 20%, I guess, because if you did 5-gallon tank, you'd put 4 gallons of water. I put about 2 gallons of water in my 3-gallon tank, and I have good strong pressure all the way to the bottom when it's empty. And 2 gallons of water should do you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe completes, 6 completes, maybe even 7 completes. Brittany is showing us pictures again. She's showing us text messages. Okay, got it. Yeah, squeeze that
So
down and
yeah,
make that.
Brian says he uses 65.
65 is a good number. That's respectable.
We respect you, but only
The
because it's
the
65.
first time I ever used a keg, I filled it up to about 90 psi, and I thought it was super cool. And I laid my door, and I'm a 2-stager, and so then I peeled the bottom of the door off, and then lifted it up to spray underneath, and I blew the film right off the window. I laughed and cried at the same time. I was pissed because I lost a piece of film, but I was just amazed. I'd never seen anything like that. And I was immediately in love.
Yeah, so we don't vape because we're not 16.
We don't vape because we're not sick. What? What
I
happened?
just got off work and turned. Yes, the drawing was done for the keg. Our winner was David Mendez, and then we had a surprise second drawing for jerky, and that was won by J Phelps.
J Phelps.
J Phelps.
Phelps or Phelps?
Phelps.
With a P?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the Olympian's brother.
Oh. No, he's not.
Yeah, the one.
Stop telling me things that aren't true, Alex.
The one that got kicked off Kellogg for smoking weed.
Oh, yesterday.
Why would you get kicked off of Kellogg for smoking weed?
So yesterday I told my oldest 2 kids, they are 12 and 10. I told them that I'm older than Google. Because I am. And they both looked at me like,
Oh, jeez.
and it was amazing. So if you haven't told your kids that you're older than Google, do it.
Well, I'm older than.
Televisions.
No. But
Color
I was
TV.
there, present, and remember our first color television. So,
You're older than color TV. I'm going to tell
I
them
am.
that.
I am way older than color TV.
Brittany, you got to get your dogs and round them up and then like have them sit down. Like you got something very important to tell them and be like, I don't know how I went this long without telling you guys, but I just want you to know that my name is Brittany. And then
One
get
of
their
my dogs
reaction.
is deaf.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not as funny. Actually,
Can you
that
sign
might
it
be a
to
little.
her?
Can you sign
I don't
language?
know how to sign all that. I know how to tell her she's a good girl and call her by name.
It's probably the same thing. You should
Yeah.
learn how to sign language your name.
My name?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Isn't it like B-R-I?
Alex is going to go for it.
Yeah, I don't know, T. You're stuck.
Let me see here. I can teach you. Kinsey, come to Michigan, wrap Rick's cabinets, and teach my dog sign language. No, but my deaf dog is like the cutest ever. Hold on.
Oh, here comes more pictures.
Yeah, the chat is gone for a minute, guys. Sorry.
She doesn't multitask windows very well.
No.
She's like, I'm going to use this one window. I already have.
Actually, hold on. Let me move this out of the way. There we go.
Somebody bought a keg or something. Somebody bought something big. I don't know what it was.
Let me get into my messages here, and I will show you guys my deaf dog, or both my dogs. Yeah.
Well, I should probably clock out at least.
Dominic favorite.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
The brindle and white one is my boy dog, and he can hear. And then my white dog is my girl dog, and she can't hear.
And one day the girl dog will eat the boy dog.
Probably. Probably. He's very
Well,
submissive.
the white one is the puppy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're
She's
probably
3.
good.
He's 9. Oh my gosh. He's 9.
Cece and Keen were, around the same age. Actually, no, Cece was younger, wasn't she?
Yeah. Um, Keen was 6 when we got him. And I want to say Cece came around about a year after that. So he was like 7. And I don't remember how old she was. Um,
Stupid notifications are going stupid on my phone.
so there's a post that just popped up in front of me. And I always get bummed out when I see the posts that are like, oh hey guys, like normally I don't try to do this, but like I got my ass kicked by this car today and I'm really bummed about it. It's always like, oh.
I know that feeling. That's real in tent life.
Getting your ass kicked.
At 30 years, I've still had my ass handed to me with situations. I mean, it's usually the C5 vet, maybe a C6. I don't know. One of them, they're vets. I just, out of the blue, it'll be like a hard day. I remember one day a couple years ago, I was doing a boat, and I don't really struggle with boats. I hate them. I don't want to do them. I charge way too much for them so that I don't have to do them. And occasionally somebody calls me out and I have to do it. And on this particular boat, I was on like my third try on the one side of the window, and I was pissed. And I called one of our customers who's local, and I'm like, hey, Dominic, I need you to come here and tint this fucking boat. And, Dominic is always busy. And this man works like 7 days a week. He works until like midnight every day. I don't know what his deal is, but he just loves to burn himself out. But on this particular day, he just happened to be doing nothing. He's like, I'll be by in about 20 minutes. And he came by and he tinted that windshield for me like it was nothing. And I really appreciated that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna echo still because Rick doesn't want to share his headphones with Alex. So what you're
It's
hearing is
okay. I
me
gotta go home anyways.
coming over Rick's speakers and back into his microphone.
I got lots of things to do. Bye. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, leave the microphone.
Make sure you clock out.
You gotta turn it off. I'm not good with technologies.
Okay, no more echoing for you.
Okay. Guys, these are Bradley's dogs.
Who's Bradley? Which Bradley?
Bradley Jones.
Oh, we know Bradley Jones.
I did an 88 Camaro and all the kids were like, how do we do this? Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's something I've touched on in like other live streams. Like that's something I worry about in the future of tinning is all of these old guys that have this wealth of knowledge on how to do all these really old cars because back when you started they were new and not wanting to pass that information on. Like someday you're going to be too old. Your body's not going to be able to keep tinning forever. What's going to happen when that happens? Who's going to do these cars?
Right, true story. In fact, your brother's doing those old cars now, And you know, I tell people when I get a classic vehicle, I tell them like 4 to 5 hours. And that's because I don't want to struggle. I don't want to work. I don't want to have a time limit. And I spend most of that 4 to 5 hours not tinting the car, you know, like talking about it and telling stories and reminiscing about the good old days and all that stuff. And now Charles is doing it, and he did a what is it, a C10, the old pickup truck. Oh, you're taking your headphones off. You can't even hear me.
No, I can hear you.
Liar. So yeah, he I think 6.5 6 hours, I don't know, somewhere around 6.5 hours or something for a C10 pickup. And I was like, wow, really? Was he like not motivated? And but that's one back window. It's a solid piece of glass. Granted, it's rubber set, but it's no different than an old Cherokee, you know. And he owned an old Cherokee, so I thought, huh, you know. And the doors, you know, the doors themselves, the roll ups, they're a normal window, you know, to them like a normal window. It's just old. The quarters, the vent windows in the front, they're their own kind of a challenge. So okay, you know, we'll give you that. And he did the windshield. I found out he did the windshield. The windshield on that's no joke because it's rubber set and it's icky. Now there's a lot of guys nowadays that will be like, "Oh, you take that out and rope it back in," and yeah, that's true, I suppose, if you're a glass shop and because it's not really that hard to do. But when you're just a tint shop that isn't equipped to remove glass, it is a little bit more tough. But you know, and I think just last week he had a
Oh,
what
that
was it?
old rape van?
Yeah, so like a some lady bought like a 1987 Dodge van and wanted all the windows blacked out because she was going to convert it into a motor home and live in it. And it's like, it's 88. Do you math much? That's old. And it was rusted. It was, but she paid the price, and I guess he took, and it only had the two back doors, the two side door windows, like a typical cargo van. And I wanted to say it had one window on the passenger side. It wasn't a conversion van though. And I guess he took like 5.5 hours on that. And it made me realize that I take a lot of stuff for granted. But to be fair, Charles doesn't tint the windows to impress the customer. He tints the windows to impress himself. And if you guys have ever tinted windows before, which I'm sure many of you have, we tend to see everything. And he tries to make it so he can't see anything. And that's just not possible. So he struggles a little bit with being happy with the work he puts out, but he puts out better work than I do. So,
So
and
George started tinning in 1978 with a flow machine.
oh,
He
I
said
wish
almost every piece of glass had to come out of the car.
I wished you still had it because I would love to see a live video of somebody using a flow machine. I
What kind of
started to,
material went in it? Like it was a liquid, right? So by now, isn't that probably not usable?
yeah, I don't know. I'm switching microphones because I paid a lot of money for this microphone, so
Let's see.
you're going to hear me on it. I hope.
Oh man, I can't even find a picture of the flow machine.
You know, I saw probably a year or two, maybe even longer ago. I saw somebody post a video doing it, and I was busy that day, and just smoking a cigarette, and they were setting it up and stuff, and I didn't get time to watch it, and I kind of regret it.
Man, I was hoping there would be at least one picture somewhere, and I do not. I do not see any. You would think that someone would have one, like a picture of it, like just if for nothing else, just nostalgia value. Or like the manufacturers, like um, they like putting up, like big long posts about how things have evolved.
Yeah.
And so I figured like maybe one of them would have had one up. So George said, I was told you can still get the liquid and you get high as a kite doing it.
Oh, so it's a win-win.
Kinsey said, what's a flow machine? Okay, so back in the day before window film was film, they used liquid to tint. And that's where the flow machine came in. I want to say that I did see a video of someone using one. And so you take your wand and like go across and you just see all this like black liquid just down the window, like running down. It was very messy. And then once actual film tint came out, the machines became obsolete because it was faster and cleaner. And if I recall correctly, more consistent. Yeah, kind of like Plasti Dip for Windows. Yep, kind of. But I don't know anyone that uses Plasti Dip in a machine quite like the Flow machine. Hold on.
I got no window tint flow machine in YouTube. I searched it, and first things that come up are like plotters and stuff.
So like Nightshade and like Plasti Dip and things like that usually come in like an aerosol from what I've seen. Flow machines, it was literally like a wand and it didn't aerosol it. It
It's a
like
pump.
flowed out. Yeah, like pumped out. So, yeah, it was a thing. I wonder, like, I have to imagine that because the flow machines weren't used just on cars, they were used on businesses and stuff too, weren't they? So, I would have to imagine that there's still some windows out there with that stuff on them somewhere. Yeah, you had a wand with a control valve. Nothing like Plasti Dip. Yeah, so Plasti Dip, like I said, I'm pretty sure anytime I've seen anyone install it, usually it's an aerosol. And flow machines didn't aerosol it, so a little different. But as far as like it being liquid, kind of. That's about where the similarities end, though. I love, and I don't know if I'm the only one, I love going on like TikTok and stuff like that and watching consumers trying to Plasti Dip their own stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, Corey said he believes his dad has an old beat up car that still has that stuff on the windows. Dude, if your dad does, send us all the pictures. I would love it. I would love to see it. Okay, and all right, George. Mr. Liquid Tint Master. So, like, say you're like doing a car, right? And you go with it, right? What if you accidentally spill some over the other side of the window? Like just like a single drip. Does it just wipe off? Do you have to razor blade it off? What's the deal? Let me know. Because that was before my time. Let me see.